Hi you guys, it's Annie and I'm back with another episode. And I think for my first welcome episode to my channel, I really wanted to give you guys a backstory. So today we're having story time and I'm telling you guys, what's been going on with me in the time when I stopped my old content up until now. So right now I'm pregnant with my fourth baby. But to give you guys a backstory, if you ever followed me on YouTube before, I talked about my health struggle. So I talked about how I dealt with adenomyosis and how I dealt with being told that I wasn't able to have another child. And if you followed me in the past, you would know I'm super passionate about all things like natural and healthy living. That's my juice, that's what I do. And I think just because of my health in general, I kind of was pushed into that lifestyle. But let's get into a back end. For those people who don't know who I am, my name is Annie. I used to be a recording artist. I say I used to be because I'm kind of on break from music right now. But I was the recording artist Alache, which is my middle name. I'm on break and I hope that someday I will be able to go back to music. But right now I've been focusing on my life as a mom and also as the CEO of an organic skincare and lifestyle company called Mrs. 82. So for those of you who don't know or have never heard about my company, I will link it up somewhere up here. So make sure you go check it out. And we do sell organic skincare, like I said, body butters, organic soaps, hand sanitizers. It's COVID season, and we have lip balms. And if you're watching this video, then I'm going to also give you a little teaser that I'm launching a motherhood collection called the Hey Mama collection that will be out this fall, and we will have all the essentials that you need to get through your pregnancy and postpartum. So that's a little background into who I am. I juggle my life as a mom of 3 girls and a mom of a new baby girl coming very soon, and I'm also a CEO of a skincare company. Now, why I decided to do this channel, I'm actually in school right now getting my certification as a transformational nutrition coach and getting into the health coach business. And the reason why I decided to do this is because I've had so many challenges myself. So to bring me back to speed, to bring you up to speed, I had a baby 3 years ago. She's going to be 3 in November. And after I had this baby, my life literally it seemed as it went downhill. So I had everything from mastitis, talking about mastitis leading up to breast abscesses, leading me into the hospital, several stints in the hospital, about 10 surgeries down on my right boob, just trying to fix my problems with breast abscesses and just the many challenges that I have faced. And all my kids so far have been born by C-section, my first 2 being emergency C-sections, and my last baby was a planned C-section, and this baby is going to be a planned C-section. So I felt it was very important for me to come on here, use my platform, tell my story, help other moms who are probably going to go through this or have been through this and don't feel like they have a community. We can build a community and I can share my journey with you guys and let you guys know how I've dealt with everything that has happened to me so far. So far I've shared with you that I've dealt with the breast abscesses, 10 surgeries in, and then I had something called diastasis recti. And with my diastasis recti, for those who don't know what that is, it's basically like abdominal separation when you give birth. Some people's muscles just never come back together. I was one of those people. So I literally looked like I was 6 months pregnant even though I had had my baby. And then I had an umbilical hernia situation. And what happened to me in the process was, as my muscles kept separating, my umbilical hernia had no support. So I had to have emergency surgery last year and have a tummy tuck procedure to pull my muscles back together and fix my umbilical hernia. And that was such a big relief and helped me so much. Only thing is, a few months down the road, I got pregnant with my 4th baby. I guess I was looking too good, but that's story for another day. Anyways, so I got pregnant with my 4th child. So I will be sharing my journey, not just as a mom who's had C-sections, but a mom who's having a pregnancy after tummy tuck and how that experience has been. So I hope that you guys continue to follow me. Today I'll give you guys a little bit of story time on what's been going on since I had the baby. Since I got pregnant. So with the pregnancy, honestly, I was saying it's been super easy for the most part. I mean, my first trimester, I think the first hint I should have maybe suspected that I was pregnant was when I started craving beef and lamb shawarmas. Like all of December, that's all I was eating. I felt like I was going there once a day, every day. I should have known something was up. And then it progressed into me having like really bad breakouts in my face. And so I was breaking out like crazy. I think for like maybe my first month into my second month of my pregnancy, I was breaking out. Another thing that happens to me in pregnancies, obviously with the other kids, I can't really remember too far. I always get like really bitter mouth. And it just felt like with this pregnancy, it started really soon. So I couldn't eat anything. At first I was like trying to use juice or something sweet to counter the bitter taste in my mouth. But I found out that the more that I was doing that, it was actually making my stomach, my whole mouth even worse. So that in a way was a blessing in this pregnancy, because the bitter mouth didn't last my whole pregnancy, but it took me somewhat into maybe midway in my second trimester. But it helped me because I got off juices, I got off sodas, I got off sweet stuff, and I've basically spent my whole pregnancy so far just drinking only water and tea. And then another thing was I could eat spicy for days. When I tell you like fire pepper, I was eating like fire stuff. And any of you Nigerians out there, suya was my jam. So I was ordering a lot of suya. Shout out to Suya Royale in Maryland. I was eating a lot of suya in this pregnancy. So spicy food, the kids, the husband, nobody wanted my cooking in the house because everything I was cooking was like fire for them. So I went through that phase. I didn't really deal too much with like weight gain in this pregnancy, but those were some of the things that I faced in like my trimester, like let's say the first and second trimester. I think my third trimester is when things started feeling a little bit more interesting, because obviously my pregnancy I got away with it because I didn't really gain any weight because of the surgery I had last year. So you couldn't tell I was pregnant. I didn't look pregnant. But by my third trimester, I started getting a lot of back pains as my muscles were stretching, I guess, with everything being super tight for baby in there. I started getting a lot of back pains, a lot of heartburn. At about 29 weeks in, I had to kind of get monitored a lot and stay on bed rest because I was just super uncomfortable. And I guess that's just because with baby growing bigger, and my muscles stretching, and then maybe scar tissue healing from, everything that happened last year. I think that just put a strain on my body. But I think once I made it past 32, 33 weeks, I just got this burst of energy that just came from nowhere. And right now at 35 weeks in, I'm feeling good. Obviously, other than like the third trimester blues of constantly going to the bathroom. Oh, that's another thing in my first trimester that I don't think happened in my last pregnancy. I felt like I had to pee all the time. I don't know what that was about, but that was always happening to me. So I would say so far, for someone who's gotten pregnant after a tummy surgery, I'm doing well. My doctors were right in the sense that I haven't faced any complications, knock on wood, by the grace of God. Everything's gonna go smoothly, but I'm doing well so far, and that's really been my journey up until this point. So I'm really hoping to pull you guys into my world, share a lot of things with you, what vitamins I'm taking throughout my pregnancy, how I stay healthy with my food. I was very responsible in this pregnancy. I wasn't like eating irresponsibly like I did in previous pregnancies. The whole I'm eating for two, I was way better in this pregnancy. So I didn't do any of that crazy stuff. I mean, I still ate and indulged, and not like I'm starving myself, but I was responsible. I I also gave my body time to rest, because I feel like a lot of the things that happened to me after my previous... I'm sorry you guys, I think my camera cut me off. But yeah, I was just basically saying that I think for the most part, a lot of things that I experienced with my last pregnancies were because I wasn't really taking time to allow my body to heal. So far I'm doing that. I'm really taking care of myself. I'm listening to my body. I know a lot of people worry about me because I'm a workaholic and, oh, are you resting? Are you doing this? And I found myself telling my best friends and everybody, hey, listen, I'm the one who has suffered all those surgeries. I'm the one who has gone through all that stuff. Trust me, I don't want to go through that again. So I've been super responsible. I listen to my body. I'm still doing my work. I'm still working on my company, being a mom, and all the fabulous things that I get to do on a daily. But I think the one thing that I've done throughout this pregnancy is listen to my body. If I'm tired, I rest. If I have to sleep, I sleep. Like, that's another thing. You can catch me, especially early in the pregnancy, crashing at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever time. So I've really listened to my body, and I think that's the difference with now and before, where before obviously I was younger in my previous pregnancy, so I was always bouncing up and about the place because I tend to be a really active person. But yeah, this time around I've just really listened to my body and listened to my well-being. So I think that's what's been different. And well, I'm happy that I was able to give you guys, condense this story. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys, but I was able to condense my story into like 12 minutes. So well, I look forward to seeing you guys, and I look forward to you guys catching all the beautiful content that I have planned to bring this time around. So I will see you guys back next time.